Mr. Speaker, I rise today as co-chair of the bipartisan House Career and Technical Education Caucus in order to recognize February as National Career and Technical Education Month. Career and technical education programs continue to evolve in order to ensure that workers are prepared to hold jobs in high-wage, high-skill, and high-demand career fields like engineering, information technology, healthcare, and advanced manufacturing in the 21st century. For this time of record high employment, career and technical education programs provide a lifeline for the underemployed who look to begin new careers alongside young adults just out of high school in the rapidly evolving job market. Career and technical education, while historically undervalued, helps tackle critical workforce shortages and provides an opportunity for America to remain globally competitive while also engaging students in practical, real-world applications of academics coupled with hands-on work experience. Now, as we move towards fiscal year 2014, I join with a bipartisan group of my colleagues in not only recognizing the importance of maintaining these federal investments for our country's future, but also saying thank you to the countless men and women who make these programs possible, the faculty, the teachers, the instructors within the our career and technical education schools throughout this great nation. Mr. Speaker, as we celebrate Career and Technical Education Month, I encourage my colleagues from both sides of the aisle to join me and my good friend, Representative Langevin from Rhode Island, the co-chair of the House Career and Technical Education Caucus, as we continue our work together with the bipartisan Career and Technical Education Caucus to provide promising futures for individuals that are seeking opportunities for work within this great nation, for employers who are in many situations, despite record high unemployment for the longest sustained time since the Great Depression, have great jobs, great paying jobs that are sitting open and available where they can't find a qualified and trained workforce. And quite frankly, for America, competitiveness into the future will depend on how well we make these investments. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in recognition today of Career and Technical Education Month, and I'm proud to be joined by Mr. Thompson of Pennsylvania, who I know spoke earlier this morning. Mr. Thompson is my good friend and fellow co-chair of the Bipartisan Congressional Career and Technical Education Caucus. Now, CTE is an investment in the future of our economy, our workforce, and our country. From skills training in high schools to community college and professional programs, CTE plays a critical role for workers of every age. And I'm so proud that President Obama called for more support for CTE in his State of the Union message last evening. Now, the most important step I believe that we can take this year to support CTE is to fully reauthorize the Carl D. Perkins Vocational and Technical Education Act. Now, currently, the Perkins Act is authorized at a level set in 2010, which doesn't reflect the reality of a modern economy where more workers are looking at high-skilled fields. More and more employers need highly skilled workers. Now, I right now hear too often from Rhode Island employers with job openings that they can't fill because they can't find the workers with the right skills to fill the jobs that they do have available. And meanwhile, our unemployment rate remains unacceptably high. Now, closing the skills gap is one important step that we can take to ensure that workers can fit and fill the needs of expanding industries, both today and in the future. After all, how can we expect or help businesses to start a company or expand their company or to relocate jobs from overseas if we don't have the workers with the right skills to do the jobs that would and are available? So, Mr. Speaker, I look forward to a continued partnership with my good friend G.T. Thompson from Pennsylvania in the 113th Congress, and I certainly urge my colleagues to join the Career and Technical Education Caucus and to support the full reauthorization of the Perkins Act. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.